I just sat down to edit this video and I realized that it is screaming for a quick little disclaimer, so here it is. I love Beautylish, and I think that the Lucky Bag is generally so fun. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it brings a lot of people tons of joy. I just feel like it's a gamble, and we all know that it's a gamble. I was not in the mood to gamble this year. I wanted to take the money that I would have spent on a Lucky Bag and buy stuff that I really, really wanted. That was just what I chose to do with my money this year. I'm not dogging on the Lucky Bag. I might be poking a little bit of good-natured fun at some of the faux pas that they are known for doing, like throwing in certain crappy items, and we all make fun of it. We all expect it, but nothing in this video is intended as an attack on Beautylish. I'm not attacking anybody who got a Lucky Bag. In fact, I am going to live vicariously through you. I could go on and on. Anyway, this is all intended to be in good fun. I'm not intending to talk smack. It's just a silly little video that I threw together. What will be in the Lucky Bag in 2020? So here you go. Enjoy the silliness. Hello, my fellow makeup enthusiasts. Welcome back to my perfectly healthy expression of makeup enthusiasm. My name is Lainey, and I wanted to pop on really quickly this morning before I take my car to the doctor just for a checkup. She's okay. And I wanted to do my predictions for what most people are going to get in their Lucky Bags. I usually do a wish list for what I want to get in my Lucky Bag, but I decided to forego the Lucky Bag this year. So I'm doing a prediction video about what I think you're gonna get. Number one, I think that a lot of people are going to get some kind of unreasonably big lip set, like the Anastasia lip set, I think is on the website. Last year I got a Jouer lip gloss set that was full of 8 different lip glosses, pretty much all the same color. I ended up using like one of them. However, I did say in a previous video that I thought that it was a better idea to give lip gloss than lipstick because the color doesn't matter as much. Nevertheless, I think a lot of people will get lip sets full of way too many products for one person to use, and very similar products. Number two, I think a bunch of people will get that new brand that they're touting on the website, Holy Frog, Holly Frog, whatever it's called. It's a skincare brand. They're touting it big time, so I think that a lot of those products will show up in the Lucky Bags. Last year, almost all of us got the Bad Molecules Super Pimple Serum. That's what I call it anyway. I know that it broke me out. I've talked to other people that had a bad reaction to it. For some reason, they're still touting it. I think that will show up again. But I think that the new Holy Frog, Holly Frog, whatever it's called, I think that brand will show up in a lot of boxes. Whether or not it's good is yet to be seen. But I'm guessing for me, it would break me out. I also think that a bunch of people are going to get some kind of really basic ABH palette, and I'm not talking about one of the cool new Norvina colorful palettes. I'm talking about a really basic Anastasia Beverly Hills palette like the Soft Glam or the Sultry. Not that those palettes are bad, but I wouldn't be excited to get one. Maybe if you're really lucky, you'll get the Modern Renaissance, and I only say lucky because that's an iconic palette. I've never had much of an interest in it. It seemed kind of muted and subdued to me, but I think a lot of people will get those. I think a couple of lucky people will probably get the Jackie Aina or the Alyssa Edwards. I would be happy with the Jackie Aina. I have the Alyssa Edwards, so that's probably the one I would get if I got the bag, but I think that most people will get, if not a very basic ABH palette, then maybe a very basic Viseart palette. Why not the Brights palette? Why not that new Rose something palette from Viseart? I'll put it right here. But I think that the people that get Viseart palettes are going to get a really basic one. For those of you who don't get a lip gloss and get a lipstick, I think that you will get either a butthole shade or a bleached butthole shade. That is a brown lipstick or a beige lipstick, because those are universal, right? I also think that a bunch of people will get a hairstyling or a hair care product, but the hair care product will be designed for a very specific hair type. For example, I got the Oribe Dry Texturizing Shampoo one year. My hair is already super big and super frizzy. It takes this No product to get my hair big, and I actually try to fight the bigness of my hair. So that was not a good product for me, but for some reason, Beautylish thought that that was a universal product. So I think that a lot of people will get a hair care product that Beautylish seems to think is universal, but that is very specific and that will not work for everybody. I also predict that no one, and I repeat, no one will get fragrance. That has been a beef of mine ever since the Lucky Bag originated. I thought that it would be a really good idea to include some sort of perfume, even if it's just a sample. I love fragrances. Even if they don't work for me, I love trying them and I love getting them. But they never seem to include them in the Lucky Bag. I think that they should. What do you think? Do you think that they should include fragrance? Because I really think that they should include fragrance. I also think that if you get an eyeliner and you're anything like me and you love eyeliner, you are extra lucky because the Lucky Bag almost never includes eyeliner. Eyeliner is such a good, fun, almost universal product. I think almost everyone who wears makeup wears eyeliner. And you know what? For me, even if I got like a brown eyeliner, if it was from a brand that I hadn't tried before, I would be happy with that. But I've never gotten eyeliner in the Lucky Bag. I've seen a couple of people get the Inglot AMC Gel Liner, which is a product that I love. I would have loved to have gotten an AMC Gel Liner, but I doubt that that's gonna happen for very many people. If you do get that, I think you're lucky. You may not think you're lucky, but I think you're lucky. Definitely most people will get some kind of brush. Every year that I got the Lucky Bag in the past, I got a Wayne Goss brush. I was always over the moon pleased with it, and I think that brushes are a very good idea, especially the luxury brushes that people might not necessarily purchase on their own just because they're thinking, oh my gosh, $30 for a brush, I could get a lipstick instead. I'm gonna go for the lipstick, but if somebody just sends you a brush, you're gonna use it, you're gonna love it. I think that brushes are a great idea, and I'm jealous, and I will probably have a little teeny tiny bit of, not FOMO, but IOMO, as I said before in a previous video, irritation over missing out if I see a bunch of people unboxing their Lucky Bags and getting really cool brushes. My final prediction is that a lot of people are going to get some kind of supplement, either a pill or a dust. I think a shit ton of people are going to get a CBD based product, and let me go on a little bitty rant about CBD. Okay, so I have MS, and CBD is supposed to help with MS symptoms. Granted, I don't really have that many MS symptoms aside from getting tired really easily, but I was in Seattle, Washington last year, and so I went to some recreational marijuana dispensaries and I got some CBD products. I don't really like straight up pot, straight up THC, straight up marijuana. It's too much for me. I don't like the way it feels, but I got some CBD products with a little teeny tiny smidgen of THC in them, and I felt fabulous. I was chill. I wasn't nauseous. I felt great. I loved it. I came back to Texas and the CBD craze had just started kind of catching on, and I got some CBD gummies. They did fuck all because there wasn't that little teeny tiny smidgen of THC. I think that there needs to be that synergistic effect that THC, even in tiny amounts, has for CBD to actually be effective. And I think in cosmetic products, as far as putting it on your skin or taking a pill, I think it's bogus. I think it's not a panacea. I think that's malarkey. I think it's useless. Don't take it. Just my opinion. Moving on to the Jeffree Star Lucky Bag, a lot of people were really surprised, shocked / surprised that I did not get this bag. Well, I have a lot of products from Jeffree Star, and so I could not see myself liking a mystery bag. My predictions for the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Lucky Bag is that everybody will get some kind of lipstick, but it won't necessarily be a flattering shade. I'm not saying that it's going to be a bad shade. I'm not even necessarily saying that it's going to be like a funky green or blue or black or white shade. I'm just saying that of all the shades that he has in his line, your chances of getting a shade that you really, really love are pretty slim, and that's one of the reasons that I chose to forego that. I have quite a few Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. The formula is fantastic, but I'm a little bit picky about my shades. Secondly, I think that maybe you'll get a gloss. I do have one of the glosses. I think I have the one in Wet Peach. It's great. Is it as good as my beloved Pat McGrath gloss in Pale Fire Nectar? Not quite, but it is solid. It's a great gloss. If you get a Jeffree Star lip gloss, you're lucky, definitely. I'm pretty sure that everybody is going to get a palette, and that's great. But if you are a big fan of Jeffree Star Cosmetics, your chances of getting a palette that you already have are sky high. I personally got this fun little email from Beautylish on New Year's Eve saying that this was back in stock. So I have the Conspiracy palette. I'm actually wearing it today. I did a really rushed job, so I feel like I didn't do it justice, but I can say that this was pretty easy to work with. I was able to crank this look out really quickly. I can't snap with my left hand. Really quickly. So I don't really have enough experience with this palette to really give you any real thoughts on it, but so far I'm having a lot of fun with it. But my point is, for me, I already have the palettes that I want, so I also think that lots of people will get mirrors. I don't need one of those. I have one and I quite love it. I can't really use it for filming because I have to get so close to the mirror, so it doesn't really work. But as far as putting my makeup on when I'm not on camera and just doing my thing in my room by myself without the camera, it works great and it's so cute. But I think a lot of people will get mirrors. I've got one. I'm good. I also fear that a lot of people will get pop sockets. I am one of those freaks who fucking hates pop sockets. They're in the way, they don't help. I'm always dropping my phone and it just doesn't work. In fact, one time I accidentally dialed 911 because I was having so much trouble holding my phone with the pop socket, and I pressed the wrong button and I called 911 by mistake. That was embarrassing, and if that pop socket hadn't been in the way, I wouldn't have made that embarrassing mistake. Hate, hate, hate pop sockets. I don't think they belong in a lucky bag. I don't think they belong on the planet. I hate them. If you love them, do you? I hate them. Now, I think that people who get a makeup bag from Jeffree Star are going to be super lucky. I don't have one. I've always wanted one. They look like they are fantastic quality. I think they would be great to travel with. I would love to get one of those. So if I'm watching your unboxing, which I probably will be because I do plan to binge watch the unboxing, if you get a Jeffree Star lucky bag and you get a makeup bag, I'm going to have some serious IOMO. Finally, I will say that because they restocked this on New Year's Eve, I think that at least a few people, if not a bunch of people, are going to get extra lucky and they are going to get this palette in their Jeffree Star lucky bag. Now, if they already have it, that's kind of a bummer, but if they don't, oh, can you imagine the thrill? Oh, I'm going to love those videos. I would have personally been over the moon, but you know, I took the opportunity. It was in stock. I snagged it because I missed out on the first 2 or 3 releases. So I got off my ass this time and it's mine now. Okay, so I think I did that quickly. The air conditioner's on, so the sound quality is going to go to hell. I've got to take my car to the doctor, and that wraps it up for today. As always, thank you so very much for joining me. Follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. Throw me a pity like, give me some encouragement to make some more videos. Very special shout out to you if you are watching this video on the toilet. And until next time, enjoy your joy responsibly.